Welcome, everyone. This is the second part of our previous video, and I hope you have already watched it. In today's video, we will explore the output of the code we discussed earlier. Let's proceed to see the results and outcomes of the implemented student database application. First, we have to enter the password, that is user123, and press the login button. Now you can add the information to the JSON database. Let's interact with the student database application by entering some sample information. In the first name field, we will type Cogni, in the last name field, we will type Mesh, and in the graduation year field, we will enter 2009. Now click on Add Student button. Let's continue adding more examples to the database. This time, we will enter Cogni Mesh as the first name, student as the last name, and 2001 as the graduation year. Now, let's click on the Display Students button, which will retrieve and showcase the list of previously added examples in the database. This will include both the entry with the first name, Cogni, last name, Mesh, and graduation year, 2009, as well as the entry with the first name, Cogni Mesh, last name, student, and graduation year, 2001. Now, let's add one last example to the database. In the first name field, we will enter Rohan. In the last name field, we will enter Singh, and in the graduation year field, we will input 2010. Let's click on the Display Students button to retrieve and display the list of all the previously added examples in the database. Now, let's remove the entry with the following details: first name, Rohan, last name, Singh, graduation year, 2010. To do this, we will type the respective information in the appropriate fields and then click on the Remove Student button. This action will delete the specified entry from the student database. Let's close the program and open the JSON file where the data is saved. We can review the entries that we have added. By accessing the specific JSON file, we will be able to observe the stored data and verify that our entries are present. Let's simulate an attempt to log in by entering the wrong password. After entering the incorrect password, we will click on the Login button, which will trigger an error message indicating that the wrong password. Now, let's add another example to the database. We will input the following details: Rohan as the first name, Singh as the last name, and 2010 as the graduation year. This will add a new entry to the student database with the provided information. We can observe that the new entry we just added is simultaneously reflected in the JSON file as well. This means that the student information is being dynamically updated and synchronized between the running program and the JSON file, ensuring that the data remains consistent and up to date. Let's simulate adding an incorrect entry to the database by providing the following details: Rohan as the first name, Mihara as the last name, and 2010 as the graduation year. After that, we will click on the Remove Student button. Since this entry does not exist in the database, it will trigger an error message indicating that the student is not found in the database. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, I kindly request you to support our channel by liking the video and subscribing. Your support and engagement mean a lot to us, and it motivates us to create more valuable content in the future. We appreciate your continued support.